Just like Sophia in the Golden Girls, picture this. You step into the office determined to finally tackle your most important project, only to be blindsided by an avalanche of urgent emails and a team crisis and a last minute client request. Before you know it, the day's over and your priority project remains untouched. Sound familiar? If your leadership feels like a constant sprint to keep up with, you might be stuck in reactive mode and it's holding you back. Hi, I'm Dr. Twanna, an executive coach for Black women, and today we're diving into this essential topic: reactive leadership versus responsive leadership, right? So, I just want to take a moment to again welcome everybody. And for those of you who are catching this on the replay, thank you so much for that. And if you're listening, just let me know if you can hear me live. I am again wearing my lapel microphone. I'm still in Arizona, so I'm not in my home office with, my Yeti and my desk the way it's normally set up. So I just need to be sure that everybody can hear me, right? So if you are able to hear me, and I'm gonna do this a couple of times probably, drop a one in the comments for me. If you feel like you're always managing crisis on a daily basis, you're actually not alone. Many leaders experience this, but leadership doesn't have to feel overwhelming. And with the right strategies in place, you can successfully shift from reactive leadership to purposeful leadership. And today, I'll walk you through what that shift looks like and why it matters so much, and how you can start leading with clarity and confidence and intention, right? There's nothing like coming in again and like, I'm going to do it today, I'm going to do it today. And you had every intention, and then poof, pow, your day is gone because you're putting out fire after fire. So, we're going to talk about that today and give you some solutions today. So, let's go ahead and get started. Now, again, how many times have you started your day with good intentions, but before you know it, you're just bombarded with last minute crises, in an urgent meeting with your boss, and or client wants an urgent meeting, or someone's out sick, and the next thing you know, these people are here, they're not getting along, and you've got project delays and unexpected challenges. And you end up leaving work feeling like all you've done is spin your wheels in one place. That's it. Handling one emergency after the other. And again, you're not actually alone in this. Many executives feel trapped in this cycle of reactive leadership. Now, while it may feel like you're staying afloat, it's actually exhausting, and it leaves little room for meaningful progress in your career or or the project, or really for anybody else. So leadership really shouldn't feel chaotic every single day. Instead, it should feel intentional and aligned with your long-term goals. Responsive leaders don't just react to problems, they anticipate challenges. They stay focused on the bigger picture, and they align their decisions with their professional and their personal values. This is the approach that fosters clarity, confidence, and stronger teams while helping leaders achieve that elusive work life balance. And so when you operate in a reactive mode, it's not just stressful, right? It's limiting. You become so consumed with daily fires and daily tasks that your long term vision gets sidelined. And that shortchanges you. Your team actually feels the strain too because they don't have clear direction from you. So they struggle to stay motivated as well. Plus, for many Black women executives, the added pressure of microaggressions and isolation only compounds the emotional burden. Reactive leadership is it's not just about short-term inefficiency. It's all about you missing out on the opportunities that could advance your career. And those things cause burnout and they just erode your personal well being, especially when you're constantly in crisis mode. You can't really focus on strategic growth. You fall into this pattern where every day is about surviving. I just want to get to the getting off time. And that's not progress, right? That's not even great leadership. But I get it. You're trying to survive. And this limits your ability to delegate. It limits your ability to trust your team, as well as take on bigger responsibilities, those stretch projects that we talk about. Opportunities pass by. Instead of leading with purpose, you just end up feeling stuck in one place, right? So if that does sound familiar, you might even notice that work creeps into your personal life, making it harder to maintain that work life balance. But here's the thing, the good news is you can actually shift from reactive leadership to purposeful leadership by taking intentional steps. Number one, start by developing self awareness. Notice when you're reacting out of stress instead of leading with intention and purpose. Align your actions with your core values, which act as your compass. And if you feel like you're not in the right place, nothing ever seems to work out like you want, or you're like, just nothing feels right, oftentimes that is because you're not in alignment with your core values. I found this out when I had a job that required me, I won't say required, but often pushed me to fudge things, to misstate or say one thing when we really needed another thing, or write it a certain way. And it wasn't truthful, but it was to give the impression of another thing that was meant. And I just couldn't I never could catch my footing in that position. And it was because it was not in alignment with my core value of integrity. So if you don't feel quite aligned, right, you're not aligned with your core values, right? And so, because again, your core values act as your compass doing tough decisions. Number two, cultivate a proactive mindset is also key. This means anticipating challenges, not just walking in like, oh my God, this happened. In the military, we call it anticipate the commander's command. You can anticipate what could go wrong. And when you anticipate challenges, you begin creating systems to address them before they become a crisis, right? And number three, emotional challenge plays such a huge role here. It's programs like my strategic success mindset. It's a 7-week mental fitness coaching. It helps leaders increase their emotional intelligence awareness, right? More than 92% of participants when polled said their emotional intelligence awareness increased, right? And you can also you end up managing stress better, and you lead with confidence so that your team know they can support you, and then they're focused too because you're focused rather than running around putting out fires. You're actually focused, and when you're purposeful, you're intentional, and you get stuff done. And that's all we want to get stuff done, right? So when you shift to purposeful leadership, you do gain clarity, you make much better decisions, and you inspire your team. Plus, you protect your own well being by setting those boundaries in place and prioritizing self care, right? So, here's the thing, right? Those are the three things right there. So, I want you to think about the kind of leader that you want to be. Do you want to be a reactive leader, or do you want to be a purposeful leader? Take the steps to regain control of your career and start leading with intention. Imagine, again, we're going to be Sophia here on the Golden Girls. Imagine, picture it, that clarity, right? Look out there, picture that clarity and that confidence. Just picture it. The confidence you'll gain once you've made that shift. Go ahead and drop roadmap in the comments to book a VIP roadmap session with me today. If you're having problems with this one, the time management and being a purposeful leader, together we'll align your leaderships with long-term goals to unlock your full potential. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, lead with intention and purpose and take care. Bye bye.